What's going on, everyone? Rodrigo here. Again, been quite some time since we've done a video, so I wanted to do an update video for you all and ideally do a better job of keeping you all updated with training on YouTube and not just on Instagram, which of course if you don't follow me there, make sure to follow me. The link is down below in the description box. So, the last time I made a video I was prepping for Nationals meet, specifically for Powerlifting America Nationals, and long story short, it didn't go so well. At least the day of the meet didn't go so well. Prep wasn't too bad, actually. Like anybody else's prep, there were some ups, some downs, highs, lows, etc. So with that being said, I don't really want to go into a lot of detail as far as, what happened, meet-wise, everything. But, again, another terrible meet, for lack of better words. Went 3 for 9. Didn't really show what I was capable of on the day, and that's fine because there are a lot of lessons to be learned, at least for me that particular day. Little cat here, and I'm taking a lot of those. I'm taking the opportunity to basically implement, change certain things in my training to make sure that we address those moving forward, and so we do better in the next meet, whenever that may be. So, what exactly have I been doing with training? So it's been about 2 months since Nationals, and there's a few things that I'm actually changing. In this video, I just want to cover give you the overview of what's going on exactly. So going into the meet, or at least prior to the meet, I had my frequency was basically squatting 3 times a week, benching 4 times a week, and deadlifting twice a week. And so now I've changed a few things, specifically with in relation to the squat and the deadlift. So I'm still deadlifting twice a week, but now I am, instead of squatting 3 times a week, I'm only squatting twice a week. And specifically, I am competition low bar squatting twice a week. Now this is something that I haven't been able to do or sustain for the long term. Previously I would have a lot of, elbow pain, tendonitis, whatever you want to call it. And also I wasn't acclimated to low bar squatting twice a week. So my adductors, my hips, and my low back would get really beat up, and it would negatively impact my deadlift. Specifically as a sumo deadlift puller, I really feel, that fatigue accumulate in my adductors, which is, very important muscle groups that we utilize in the sumo deadlift, at least in comparison to conventional deadlift, individuals. So squatting twice a week, all low bar squats with either a variation of some sort to try to limit or cap the absolute intensity on the bar. And in this, at least as it pertains to this block, I'm currently doing a tempo squat because it is the closest variation to the actual competition movement that I have personally found a tremendous benefit in terms of implementing into my programming. So that's going to be the first exposure of the week, and the second or secondary day is going to be a standard competition squat, but we're capping again the intensity via RPE, right? So again, as obviously as it sounds, we're trying to limit the amount of weight on the bar for the time being because I want to make sure that I get fully acclimated to low bar squatting twice a week without it, impacting my deadlift, to a certain extent. And so obviously with that being the case, I'm still deadlifting twice a week. One of them is also, unlike the squat, none of them are going to be a variation right now. So they're both competition squat deadlifts, and one of them is going to be the primary, obviously the other being the secondary. But I am following a little bit of a similar structure between both days to where I have a top set and back down sets. However, I am capping the intensity specifically on the secondary days to make sure that it doesn't fatigue me enough to the point where I can't push the primary day. And then lastly, that brings us to the bench press. So generally speaking, my bench press progresses very well when I'm pressing 4 times a week. But because I don't have a competition in mind anytime soon, I've brought it back down to 3 times a week. And ironically, in that process, I actually strained my pec earlier this week, week 1 of the block. And so I'm kind of nursing that right now. I'm feeling a lot better. I straightened out on Monday after my primary work, and I could barely press 70 kilos on Thursday, excuse me. And then yesterday, on Saturday, I was able to press mid 200s for a couple singles. So obviously that's progress. Obviously it's not where I need to be or where I was on Monday, on Tuesday. And so I'm gonna go ahead and take things nice and easy with my pack. Make sure that basically the goal is to get to where I was by the end of the block. That way we can actually push the bench press like we're pushing the squat and the deadlift. So bench a little bit on hold, but obviously getting work in wherever I can, doing a lot more hypertrophy work, a lot more machine work, bodybuilding work, whatever I can push to a higher exertion without it irritating my pec to where I can't bench press thereafter. So that's the update for today. That's the update for this video. Again, I do plan on taking you guys through a lot more updates throughout the weeks and the blocks as we approach the next competition, whenever that may be. But I'm also looking forward to providing you all with more content, more informative content. So again, if you do like the video or find it helpful, please make sure to give that thumbs up and stay subscribed if you're not. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.